Hello, my friends. It is time to register for a new school year. Whether you have children or grandchildren in any kind of school, typically right now is the time of year that schools are restarting. And it is no different in my home. One of the oldest books I have in my house, this is a book from the 1700s, a math book. Can you believe it? 1754. And believe it or not, we do not use this math book, but I want to tell you what we do use. Now, I have homeschooled 6 children. I'm still homeschooling the 2 youngest at this time, and my oldest is going to be 30 years old this year, and he and his wife homeschool their children. So I have found through the years, in my 20 years of homeschooling, that there are so many different curricula out there. Oh my stars, what do you pick? What is best? But I want to tell you, I have so much advice I can give you as a 20-year homeschooler and a former public school teacher and a former daycare director. I have a lot of different kinds of advice, but if I could give you one piece regarding what curricula to choose, I want to tell you that all children are different. Learning styles vary with all of us. And, you know, everybody learns differently. Some learn musically, some tactile, hands-on, in different ways. That's great. That's how we were created, to be individuals, not all be the same and robotic. However, I want to tell you that my children, all 6 children, have used different curricula for English and for all the other subjects and reading and all the things. But when I started homeschooling, I was not a fan of teaching math. I'll just tell you. And I counted the other day. I tried 4 different math companies that were all great. You know, they were good, but for one reason or another, either my child was bored, or my oldest, or he didn't understand the way it was being taught, or one of the curricula was just so mind-blowing, you know, hard for me to understand. I couldn't teach it. It was almost, you almost had to have a college math degree to understand it. So when I went to a math curriculum fair, when I went to a curriculum fair in Nashville, Tennessee, where we're from, about 18 years ago, 17, 18 years ago, I found this company that was relatively new at the time. And it was teaching textbooks. And I went up to the desk and I looked at the demonstrations, and here is what I went home with. This is what I found when I first went to that curriculum fair and learned about teaching textbooks. When we first found teaching textbooks, they were making 1 year at a time. And so that's what we did. We bought 1 year at a time. There's so many good things I can tell you about the hard copies of the teaching textbooks, the disc sets that go with them. There are a lot of good things I can tell you about these. I have every grade, just not on this shelf, but I have every grade level in this, in the hard copy, in the discs. And those can be used with multiple children. But we have found something that we feel like works much smoother in this season of life, and that is what I want to tell you a little bit more about. Friends, if you have learned one thing about me from following Heritage Ways over the years, I hope you have learned that you can trust what I say. I want to treat people the way I want to be treated. And also, when I find a product or a service or a company that I really, really can stand behind, I will tell any and everybody who will listen. I will tell folks far and wide. I tell you what, recently, true story, a merchant told me recently, she said, "You are my best advertising." I said, "Well, I love your service. I can't help it. I tell everybody." And folks have gone to her and they've referred folks, and it's just been a cycle. But on the other hand, if I don't like a service or a product or a company for whatever reason, I will, as nicely as I can, tell people to stay far away. Well, today I want to tell you about a product that I have loved and trusted for over almost 20 years. I want to tell you the reasons why I like this curriculum. I want to tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. So stay tuned and let's find out. All right, the curriculum that we have used for so long is called Teaching Textbooks. I want to tell you the things that I like and the things that I don't like about this curriculum. The first one is their customer service, and these are in order of importance, quite honestly. So the first one is customer service. I'm telling you right now, a company can have a great product, but if something happens to it or you need some kind of attention given to the service or the product, if you don't have if the company doesn't have good customer service, in my opinion, and my husband, Mr. Patient, feels the same way, I'm not even interested in your product. If you can't make good on something or if you can't correct something, but I'm going to tell you what, this company, I mean, we have called through the years because a disc wouldn't work or a disc cracked or we needed to add another child to the program, whatever reason, you can get these folks right away on the telephone. You can get an answer right away. You can get resolution right away. So I am 100% thrilled with their customer service. Number 2, teaching textbooks is engaging for the children, and it's fun for them. It's engaging. What are you doing?
Play with the sound.
You having fun with the sound library?
Your turn.
Okay.
So what are the sounds for?
Every time a hint comes up, it'll do this.
So you get to choose the sound?
Or this.
You get to choose. I have every one of mine on, so
Okay.
it'll go.
Okay, that's fun.
Go in.
All right, quit playing with the sounds and get busy with your math. Now, when I say that, I am referring to the 4.0, which is the online version. And that is what we have been doing in this year, this calendar year. The children have been doing the online version. It's fun. There's wallpaper, there's buddies, there are all kinds of sounds, and they are really enjoying it. So honestly, that is number 2, because if the children don't enjoy it, it's going to be a struggle. This is my 11-year-old little music man. You are going into the 5th grade, aren't you?
I am.
Oh, wow. I used to teach 5th grade in public school, but I'm so thankful I can homeschool you here in 5th grade. So let's see. Tell us your favorite thing about teaching textbooks.
I have to say the bonus rounds.
Bonus rounds. Okay, what is that? Tell us about
So
it.
the bonus rounds are like they give you points, but you can't just, it's not like just playing games getting points. It's like when I first started, it was adding and subtracting, and then it got harder, like multiplying and dividing.
Welcome to the bonus round. And now, here's your special host, Mr. Chatterbox himself, Dudley Dunbar.
Howdy, partner. It's that time again. Time to make our little robot friends go crazy. Which is always fun, don't you think? So let's get started. Are you ready, robots? 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. Outstanding. Better luck next time. Brilliant. That'll put a pep in your step. Steady now. Perfect. Time's up, sailor. And here's your official score, which is good for 3 bonus points. And that means you are officially incredible. See you later, alligator.
A speed thing, like you have to do
You,
it real quick.
you have
and then,
2 minutes to
I
finish it.
know
And
a lot of times
and
y'all will say, everybody be quiet, I'm trying to concentrate.
I've
Okay.
never gotten past 24.
24 problems in 2
Points.
minutes. Oh, points. Okay. So what do you do with those points?
They rack up your score.
Okay, show us.
Number 7, I got a bonus round.
All right, and so tell us a little bit about one more feature that you might really think is fun or you really like about teaching textbooks.
The wallpapers.
The wallpaper. Can you show us your wallpapers?
My wallpaper,
Can you turn it around? Oh, awesome.
I like just the teaching textbooks wallpaper.
Okay.
Here, I can show you what it looks like. Just go into any lesson. It's just this.
The background. Okay, but you can change it anytime you want.
I can change it anytime.
Okay, can you show us just a couple?
There's 1 scoop or 3, all flutter, beach bum,
Blue-toned people. All right, well, thank you so much. Y'all have fun. Get right to it.
We will.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Number 3. It is easy for my children to understand, whether they have used, my older children use the hardback versions, the hard copy versions, and the discs. And then my younger children are using the online version. It is very easy for them to understand. They may or may not need help a little bit from me or Mr. Patient, but honestly, there are ways to check work and there are hints and other things. So it is very easy for the children to understand. Number 4 reason, just because I said it is easy for them to understand does not mean it is dumbed down like so many watered curricula are these days.
Lesson 34, Addition Puzzles. Take a look at this problem. This is basically asking us what number has to be added to 4 to equal 15. And problems like this are called addition puzzles because it's kind of like a puzzle. You solve the puzzle by finding the missing number. Why don't you see if you can find the missing number on this one? Awesome. So 9 plus 7 equals 16. Now it's time to do your assignment. Good luck.
Whatever school system or education system you're in, there's so much curricula that is just dumbed down or watered down. That is not true with this. And I will give you an example right here. That we have a friend in Middle Tennessee who is a math major, has a university math degree. And he was teaching in a homeschool co-op that our oldest children attended. And this teaching textbooks is the math company that the curriculum he recommended, or he required rather, for his students to have at that math tutorial class that they went to. The class was calculus. And our second son took calculus with that math college or university expert, in my opinion, and he's just a brilliant gentleman, and he required this curriculum, so I trust his judgment. As you can see, there is math 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you have pre-algebra for grade 8, and then it goes on to algebra 1, goes on to geometry, algebra 2, and pre-calculus, which is the one that my son took with the university math graduate. So it is a very thorough education. It's very complete. It is college-based. And, I have children who went to college after completing teaching textbooks. The lessons have been designed at the higher levels to prep the student for ACT and SAT tests. So that is built right in, no worries, nothing extra that you have to get to prep your child for the math portions of those tests. Number 5 reason why I like teaching textbooks. The online version is very easy to work with. There is a parent portal, and you log in, and this is where Mr. Patient and I share duties, but one parent, one home educator can certainly do this, but this is just where he helps me. He receives the grades that the children receive the day after they do the work. He receives that the next day, but he receives those grades, and then if they don't, if they're not up to par, we require, our requirement in our house is you have to make a 91 or above, or you have to redo it. Because if you didn't make a 91 or above, you probably didn't master the information. And so the children have to redo it. That is just our rule. So what Dad will do is he will delete that lesson if they made below a 91. And they know that. He'll come home and say, Dad, you need to delete a lesson. So they know that. And then they will go back. They will review the lesson and maybe look at the hints that they might not have looked at before. And then they will do the lesson again, and Dad will get that report. So the reports come to the parent's email. It is very easy for Mr. Patient to look at that and review that with the children, or I can if I need to. It's online as well, but he gets an email report. Very, very parent use friendly, home educator friendly. Hey, little Missy.
Hey.
Can you tell me do you enjoy teaching textbooks?
Yes, ma'am.
Did I pay you to say that?
No, ma'am. Well, my favorite thing are the characters. But my favorite character on here, they have Toast that tells jokes.
Okay.
They're very bad jokes, but I like them.
Bad dad jokes, you mean?
Sure. So the background, they have the problem, and then like you can pick what kind of character you want, because you have to unlock characters.
A character or a background?
These are characters.
Okay.
So there's a background that you can do too, which is papers. And so you have this background, but it's not character because it doesn't move or talk or make noise.
Okay.
It's just a background.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can go back, and it's actually called buddies, but I
Okay.
just call them characters.
Okay, so we need to use the right word then. Okay, so buddies.
They're called buddies.
How fun.
And as you go through, you unlock new buddies.
And those are yours that you've unlocked.
These are my buddies. I've
Okay.
unlocked every one of them.
Okay. How do you unlock them?
I think
What's the
it's like,
process?
I think however many lessons you do, and depending on what grades you get, I think it unlocks one. I'm not really sure.
So it's rewards.
It is rewards.
Okay, so that is one of your favorite things then?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Great, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. Number 6. Did I mention customer service? I'm telling you, that makes a big deal. Especially people who are not techie minded, like I'm not, Mr. Patient's not. You can call them up and say, I do not understand this, that, or the other thing. Now, we've never had to do that because it is so easy to use. But every time we've called for anything we might have needed, they were there to answer right away. No waiting. You get somebody on the phone. And that is a big deal to me. When you want help, you want help. Talk about the customer service, y'all. Teaching Textbooks has free tutoring. Any customer of Teaching Textbooks, if a child is struggling with a problem or to understand a concept, they can call Teaching Textbooks, tell them the lesson they're on and the problem they're having, and a tutor will walk them through it until they understand. Free to customers. You can't, customer service. That's just awesome. Number 7, where am I? I'm not the ultimate math teacher here. I can't even count on my fingers. Number 7 is, there are many options. Now, what we are using now in our home for the past year, and we have all enjoyed the access to Teaching Textbooks 4.0. That is the online version. And you can use it. Each of our children have a computer they use for their schoolwork, and they do their math online. So they can do it all here together while I'm sitting here working on something else, or I can work on other home education related things. We can all work here together on our computers. But here's the good thing. You can use it with or without internet. Now, I have a lot of folks who watch Heritage Ways. The Heritage Ways community, a lot of us live out in rural areas. And let's face it, internet is horrible in rural areas. I'll just be honest. And a lot of times folks have to go to the coffee shop or to the library to use the internet or to upload or download or what have you. You can download so many lessons. You can have them there to work on. Don't have to have internet access. There you go. And then you go back after those lessons are completed, or you download more and you're ready to go. So you do not have to have good or fast or any internet service to use the online version. That is so very important. If you're traveling full time like we did, you could use it for that. You don't have to have internet. Go to a Wi-Fi place, get your lessons, go travel for a week or whatever, however long, and then go get some more. So it is, I like it for that too. And what I don't like about teaching textbooks, nothing. You're like, seriously, Katie? I mean, come on. No, really. I was trying to think of something that I did not like about it. And I'm not yanking your chain. I love everything about teaching textbooks. This is the only curriculum that we have used steady since I found it, and we have used it nonstop. I have changed up English. I've changed reading. I have used all the companies that you can probably think of. I've gotten some dibs and dabs from different companies, which has resulted in my eclectic homeschool style. I have used all kinds of curricula. I've bought and sold. Some of them I've rebought. I'm telling you, I don't have any complaints. I don't have any complaints. So I encourage you to check out Teaching Textbooks. More information is down in the link below this video, or the description box below this video. And I wish you, whatever your decision is, I hope that you are still counting your blessings. And we count, quite honestly, this as part of our children's homeschool. This is one of our blessings because it is easy to use and helps me to be able to teach my children at home and instilling in the values that I would like for them to leave this house with. I'm Miss Katie. Heritage Ways is where you find me. Website, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, email, newsletter. And so I hope that you will check this out. Just go to teachingtextbooks.com, but better yet, just use the link down below. More information's down below. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, y'all.
Problem 20. We need to reduce this fraction, 4x to the 8th.
Hello, my
over
friends. This is
28x
just another
to the
sample
third.
lesson,
And
but
remember
I
from the
want
lesson,
to stress
there's
to
a
you
shorter way to
that
do this.
you
Instead
can
of just
try
factoring
teaching
everything to the
textbooks
top and
at
bottom,
no
that would
cost
mean
to
we would
you.
have 2
There
times
is a
2
link information
times
for a
8x's
free
multiplied
trial.
since
I
x
will
to
put
the
the
8th
link
is
in the
7 to 8x's.
description box
And then we
below
have 3
this
x's down here.
video.
Instead of doing
I
it
will
that way, we can
also
actually
tell
handle
about
the
the
powers
link
by using the subtracting
on
exponent
Instagram and on my
shortcut.
email
But
newsletter
the
and on
numbers are handled in the
Patreon
same way, so let's go ahead and do those first.
and
We want to
YouTube
break these
community
down into
tab.
primes.
But I
4 is the
love
same as 2
when you
times
can
2, as I
get
said, and then
something
28
with
is
a
the same as 4
guarantee.
times
And the
7,
guarantee
which
with
in
this
4
is the
can be
free
broken down
trial.
to 2
So
times 2.
try it out. You're
So
losing
that
nothing.
gives us this,
Link
and
in the
then now we can
description
cancel a
box
couple
below.
of pairs of
Thanks
2's.
for watching, y'all,
And then
and have
for
a
the
great school
powers,
year.
we just subtract the exponents. 8 minus 3 is 5, and so that's x to the 5th. And then since x to the 8th is bigger than x to the 3rd, we want to put the x to the 5th.
And I talk, I want to tell you that